So as we're currently in the middle of the COVID-19 lockdown, we thought what better way to kickstart our new YouTube channel than with this project bike. So this is a 2008 Honda CBR 600RR, a relatively clean bike, just under 14,000 miles. Despite its reasonably low mileage, the bike is now 12 years old. So what we're going to do is give this bike a complete overhaul. We're going to be replacing the air filter, oil and oil filter obviously. We are going to flush the coolant system, change out spark plugs. There's an underlying issue with what appears to be a warped disc on the front, so we'll pull the front wheel off, take a look at that as well. Once that's been done, we will then fit some aftermarket mirrors with integrated turn signals, along with some LED either flush fit or small LED stock indicators. Same at the back, with a tail tardy, some LED lights. We'll need an LED relay to go with that so that the indicators don't flash too quickly. After that, we're going to put on some braided brake lines, front and rear. We will carbon wrap a few bits and pieces, and a few other odds and ends along the way as well. I'm going to break down everything that I'm doing for you and film as much as I possibly can. There will be some byproducts of the work I'm doing, so I'll film that as well. Things like aligning the chain, breaking the bleeds, that kind of stuff. If you've got any requests or anything specific that you'd like to see, do let me know, I'll make sure I get back to you. So over to the bike. So you'll see obviously I've already removed the lower, the middle fairings and also the tank and seat cover. You'll find the fasteners on these bikes are notoriously crap. They're either going to be rounded out or they're just going to spin and they're going to bite to the little rubber grommet that's behind. If that happens, you've got a few options. Number one, you could try and gently get some grips on the front and just ease it out as best you can. Or the preferred option is if you can get your hand behind where the bolt is, you can either give it some pressure to try and persuade it out, or if you can get some grips there, you can hold on to the little rubber grommet and just hold the bolt will bite as you try to back it out. So removing the fairing is actually fairly straightforward. All you will need is a Phillips head screwdriver and either a 5mm hex key or an Allen key. Sorry. You're going to find 4 bolts on the side of the fairing, and then there will be 4 Phillips head pop style screws, which you'll find underneath the nose cone. There is some fasteners that you're going to find underneath the fairing. I think there's 3 under there, so you could either take those out if you want to, and that's going to separate the fairing into 2 halves, or you could do as I did and just drop the whole unit as one and just carefully manoeuvre it out of the way. Once you've got the bolts out, there's some small fastening clips that will just sit here along the tank line, so they're very, very fragile, so you will have to be careful when you're manoeuvring those out. Once the fairing will drop down, you have an indicator to release on each side, and then the whole fairing should drop away. So once the fairings are removed out of the way, it's a good idea to wrap those up in some old rags, some old shop towels, anything like that, just to prevent them getting damaged. You then want to remove the seat, so there's 2 5mm bolts at just each corner of the seat here. You will need to pull the corner of the seat up to gain access to them. With the seat removed, it will reveal another bolt here at the front. This is for the tank cover, so there's one here, one that you find on this side and on the other side of the bike as well, and then there's 2 small pop style fasteners at the front as well. Just pop those up with a flathead screwdriver. Once those are out, start at the back, gently wriggling, and this whole unit here is going to come out as one piece. So now that the tank cover is removed, we can easily access the air filter housing. You'll need to remove this little bar here that covers the ECU, and gently pull it up out of the way. I just use some bungee straps to keep it held back. From here you'll be able to access all the screws that need to be removed to access the air filter. Once you've removed all of these, pull the housing out of the way and remove the 5 further screws that are holding the air filter in place. Once you remove the air filter, it's a good idea to stick a vacuum cleaner into the airbox to remove any bugs or any debris or anything like that. Once you're all done, you can reinstall the new filter, refasten the cover and secure the ECU back in place. that's it, job done. So obviously if all you came here to do was to replace the air filter, you can go ahead and reinstall all of your fairings. As I'm going to be working on this bike for the next couple of weeks, I'm going to leave everything off until I'm completely done. In the next video, I'll be doing the oil and the oil filter, so fairly basic procedure, but one you should definitely know how to do. So if you've never done that before, stick around and I'll show you exactly what we need to do. And with that being said, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Stick around, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next one.